Telltale series. Now, I'm not gonna front. Was well, like I was thinking about it when I first started the Batman Arkham City walkthrough. That I was kind of hesitant on doing any Telltale anything because I don't like quick time events. It just annoys me. It's just my personal feelings because I don't want to quickly realize I gotta dodge this during like a cinematic thing. Uh, but this is probably the only Telltale game that I actually played before, and I still enjoyed. This is my second go around, but first time streaming. So let's Batman Begins. I might end up making entirely different choices, at least somewhat, from the first time I played this. I don't know, it was a couple of years ago at this point. Because I think this game came out in 2018. Because each episode took like, I don't know, a month or two before they came out between each other. What's Saddles Edition? Uh, oh, I gotta buy it. No, thank you. Okay, got episode 1, Realm of Shadows. Episode 2, Children of Arkham. Well, we'll just leave it as a surprise. Okay, hold on. Um, oh, this is way back in 2016. My goodness. It's been that long? Yeah, I want to start from the ground up. Okay. Okay. We'll be starting from scratch with this, from a different save file. So, Realm of Shadows. Bruce Wayne navigates the treacherous waters of Gotham politics as a series of shocking allegations surface, while Batman confronts Gotham's most notorious crime boss. Okay, select a Bat Tech color. I think I had purple last time. Uh, your Bat Tech color determines the look of Batman's gadgets, gear, and UI. Yeah, went with purple last time. I'll go with blue this time. The story is tailored by how you play. Interesting. Very interesting, but stupid. City Hall, 8:32 p.m.
Hey, what are you?
Get it open. On it. Hey, you think he's gonna show? Bring the whole goddamn place down.
Stay focused.
We'll be out of here before anyone can stop us.
You can always tell Batman stories in any kind of iteration you want.
Christ. Move in.
Any kind of genre, just any style. Just him and Spider-Man just perfectly molded for any genre you wanted to tell the story in. What if he landed right into that dude's brains?
They're on the 52nd floor. I'm going in.
Hey, wait! Wait for backup!
Don't need it.
Take the stairs.
I heard stories, you know. Sent 3 home in an ambulance. The rest in body bags.
No wonder the cops want him dead.
Hey, you ever seen him?
Yeah, Gotham Zoo. With all the other flying animals.
Bruce, you can't keep doing this.
I have to. No one else will.
Every drop of blood, everything you've sacrificed. The city is safer now. But it's made you a target. And people will keep you in the crosshairs until you're shot out of the sky.
I can handle it.
Shit! The hell'd he go?
Whatever got in, don't let it get out.
What was that?
Back to back, circle up!
What the hell is this?
Jeez.
I know you're trying to create a myth, but be careful you don't turn into a monster.
Sometimes you need a monster.
Come back! Come on! Come on!
Sometimes they don't leave you a lot of room to think.
Didn't your mother teach you to knock? Behind you, big boy. Heyday.
Where does it get those wonderful
Be
toys?
intimidating, you're succeeding. Criminals are becoming afraid of you, so are the police.
It's a scare tactic, Al. Just a performance.
Without a scratch.
So far. That doesn't belong to you.
I was wondering if we'd cross paths.
You broke the law. Here I am.
Cut the shit. The law. Don't tell me that's why you do all this. Squeeze into a suit, tie on a cape. Most people dressed up like that end up in Arkham.
Gotham needs a hero. Someone to hunt down people like you.
So that makes me what? A villain? Sounds fun. Gotta admit it though. You give a good chase. One day you might actually catch me.
Tonight.
Don't you know not to corner a wild animal? It's dangerous.
Then let's put you in a cage.
Bring it, Bat.
Oh, that was close.
It's over.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Who are them now? Jesus! Got it! Wait! Do not shoot!
Why go to all that trouble for this?
Shit!
A myth can't be killed. You, however, are flesh and blood.
God damn it! I said don't shoot!
No! Wait!
I thought I had to do left, the left cursor or bumper, whatever.
Ow!
But I had to move the right bumper.
Guess I was wrong about you catching me. Not sure if it was for my sake or yours.
Don't struggle or you'll fall!
Oh, but that's what you crave. The struggle. I know men like you. Bye, Bat.
Step out of the shadows and be Bruce Wayne tonight.
Oh, that's a much harder fight.
Don't let tombstones be your family legacy.
Well then. Time to save the city.
What's up with the pixelated? The pixelation? Pixelation? Yeah, I mean, if I'm on my guard for those quick time events, I'm decent, but it's just I'm not sure how
Thank you.
much they might
Thank you,
change
everyone.
from person to
Humble
person.
district attorney like myself is not used to such a ringing endorsement. Even one who cut Gotham's crime rate in half. For too long, this city has burned with corruption and greed under Mayor Hill's authority. But I promise you, a vote for Harvey Dent is a vote to finally put your foot down. And together, we can stamp out the fire and save our great city. If only Mr. Wayne, my campaign's largest backer, could have heard that applause, he would... Well, there he is. Fashionable and fashionably late as always. Say hi, Bruce.
Hi, Bruce.
Well, I tee him up and he knocks him down. That's how Mr. Wayne and I do business. Thank you again, everyone, for your unwavering support. Together, we will change Gotham. Mr. Wayne, thank you for opening your house to us. Now, I know this is the biggest mansion in Gotham, but I don't think you got lost on your way here. Where were you? I know you prefer the brooding billionaire angle, so the sooner we make nice with the donors, the sooner everyone will leave you alone.
Just working the night shift.
Yeah, well, then you're pulling a double. No one came here tonight to see me. They want to see the Bruce Wayne, am I right?
And I can see him just fine from here.
This shouldn't be painful. It's not a kidney stone. It's only a little FaceTime with potential donors. Your face, specifically, with a mouth that's saying, support Harvey Dent. We're the grease, they're the wheels. And they're rolling in enough cash and votes to help make Gotham a place for families again.
I'll do anything for Gotham. It's my home.
It's our home. This'll help you too, Bruce. Once I've turned this city around as mayor, you'll be a hero for funding my campaign. Now all I need is a decent slogan. I'm terrible at those. It always makes me sound like a used car salesman. Which, for the record, I have not been since before law school.
All right. How about a new face for Gotham?
Look at you. It's not half bad. I'm gonna use that. Bruce, I meant what I said. Together, you and me, we change Gotham. A city free from crime, where children can play in the streets again.
That's what I want too, Harvey, but you know how rough it is out there. We have to shake things up to make that happen.
Well, we can start with a few hands, Come on.
Bonds?
Mr. Wayne, I'd like to introduce you to
Bob and Regina Zellerbach. Of course I know these two.
Hello, Bruce.
Regina here is the chairwoman of Wayne Enterprises, and her husband...
Voted for Mayor Hill last time. I'll admit it, Mr. Wayne. I don't know Mr. Dent from a pothole on Main Street, but I trust your family. If you believe in Dent, we believe in you. After all, whoever you support is a reflection on you.
And we trust someone like you to lead this city to greatness.
Well, thank you. But we're all here tonight because we want to make a difference. And that's what it's going to take. Every single one of us. Not just me, not just Mr. Dent. Everyone.
Right. Of course.
Old families like ours should flock together, you know, like birds.
You're preaching, dear.
No, it's true. The Waynes and Zellerbachs are reminders of the golden age of Gotham.
This city's luster faded years ago, Mr. Dent. Look at Gotham now. Murder in the streets, corruption in City Hall, that Cape Bat freak dealing out vigilante justice like it's the wild goddamn West.
Oh, Bobby, regarding Golden Age, seems you're getting cranky in yours. There's always hope.
Forgive me for being blunt, but one man can't save this city. And it's a dangerous mentality to think so. That's how you get creeps like this Batman.
I'd say it all depends on the man. Sometimes you need a person who will go off script.
Such as dressing up in a bat costume?
And taking out the criminals who ruin our city. Though the cape may be a bit much.
Don't worry, though. I am not doing this alone. With Bruce's help, we're replacing the dangerously unsecure Arkham Asylum with a state-of-the-art mental health facility to help Gotham's most at-risk individuals. It will be dedicated to Thomas and Martha Wayne, in the hopes that their fate will never be repeated.
After all your parents did for this city, to be killed in a botched robbery in some alleyway, it was terrible. Truly terrible.
A tragedy like that at such a young age must have been crippling.
If only that deranged man had gotten the right treatment, maybe... well, I don't like to think about maybes. And I'm sure you don't either.
Yes, well, that was a long time ago. I've moved on.
Of course.
Together, we'll help the whole city move on.
Doesn't Harvey Dent look like John Travolta a little bit?
Right now, I'm picturing
Young John Travolta.
I was kind of hoping you would mention my campaign, or at least my name. And now I'm picturing that drink too. Oh, well, hello. Harvey Dent, Gotham's next mayor, and eager to know you.
Vicky Vale. Not interested. And reporter for the Gotham Gazette.
This is a private fundraiser, Miss Vale. No reporters allowed.
Well, you don't mind if I stay and ask a few questions, do you, Mr. Wayne?
Well, you can ask me whatever you want at the press conference tomorrow.
Actually, I'm here for Mr. Wayne.
No, it's all right. You can stay.
Thanks.
Bruce?
This is quite the social event, Mr. Wayne.
Oh, come on now. So formal. Call me Bruce.
Well, Bruce, you've been going around pleasing everyone tonight. But how are you doing? You should enjoy your own party before all the champagne runs out.
Everyone loves the host. You're king for a day.
Just a day? I would have guessed Bruce Wayne has that feeling year-round.
Yeah, well, I take nights and weekends off.
Mr. Wayne, you've got something on your collar. Is that blood? Yeah. It looks like...
Oh, this? No, that's nothing. Just, cut myself shaving.
What, your butler didn't help you this time? Hey, kidding.
Do excuse me, Master Bruce, but another guest has arrived.
I'm sure they'll find the bar.
You may want to greet this one personally, sir.
Carmine Falcone? Is the Dent campaign soliciting votes from Gotham's biggest crime family?
Falcone's never been convicted of anything except being a businessman who loves this city. Excuse us, Miss Vane.
Well, can he look more like a mob boss?
And what kind of business do you think he's in?
The one that controls enough votes to get me into City Hall. This is the necessary evil of politics, Bruce. It's in the service of a better Gotham, for all of us.
Two-Face.
At least hear him out before you kick him out. Falcone requested to speak with you directly.
I don't want him in my home.
Actually, you don't want him angry. Trust me. A word of warning, Bruce. Play nice.
You know, I've been in the market for a new house. Decent walk-up, sky-high ceilings, plenty of room for my cars. I think I'll take it. Though the decor offends my eyes. Oh, man, all flash, no class.
Well, you couldn't afford it.
Yeah, right. Carmine Falcone, thank you for welcoming me into your home. You're a respectable man, I hear.
Gentlemen, perhaps we'll all be more comfortable in the parlor. Follow me, if you will.
You should know, Mr. Falcone, my analysts say we're raising triple with Mayor Hill.
You'll be fine out there, Harvey. I saw plenty of skirts to keep you busy for a few minutes.
Harvey stays with us.
A man's home is his castle. I respect that. Seen and not heard.
Whatever you...
What did I say? Mr. District Attorney here wants to make sure the rules are followed. But in my experience, there's the law, and there's doing what's right. You understand? And I'd rather see Harvey actually help this city instead of just saying he will. The man talks too much, chaps my face with words.
I understand more than you know.
Good. You look smart. You dress smart. Glad it adds up to something real.
Mr. Falcone,
No more warnings. I ain't here to chinwag about politics, Mr. Wayne. Gives me indigestion. I got enough of that as is. So, let's talk relationship. Chalk this for me. Be a pal. I can get Harvey the mayor's seat, or I can pull it out from under him. Whatever happened to being a gracious host? Okay, imagine this is me, and these are all my friends in Gotham. The businesses, restaurants, clubs, docks, unions, politicians. If Harvey gets elected, That's why I came here tonight to your lovely home, hoping to make a new friend. One who can help Mr. Dent see the light, if need be. Between your businesses and mine, I bet we employ half the city.
Look, I'm only talking to you because Harvey asked, trusting a friend to know what's best for Gotham.
Now that's a predicament. You listen to me, kid. I know somewhere inside that tuxedo you understand this situation. Money gets money. The risks, the alliances, the hidden costs. Your father knew which hands to shake. And which to break.
Don't you dare talk about my father.
You're getting worked up over nothing. Hell, I knew him longer than you did. People don't say no to me. Not for long.
Master Bruce, your guests are leaving. I recommend seeing them out. You wouldn't want to be rude.
Heed your butler's advice, kid. Oh, and I'm no longer interested in buying the house. The owner's a prick. And he's gonna get what's coming to him.
It's kind of made me want to watch Batman Begins again. I love Batman. He's like definitely in my top 10 favorite superheroes. But of course, Spider-Man is my number one. Superman right behind there. Uh, I gotta say maybe Deadpool will be number 3, 4. No, well, 4. 3 could be Wolverine. 4 Deadpool. I think 5 is Batman on that list.
It's me.
It's supposed to be 5 episodes in this entire series. So we're gonna do episode a night.
Gotham, folks. A string of home invasions rippled through the city's already crime-infested East End. Apparently, the bandits are using stolen GCPD battering rams to force their way in, with breaking and entering incidents up 40% over last year. Remember to keep those front doors locked tonight. And we have breaking news tonight. 5 criminals are in custody this evening after a break-in at City Hall. But thanks to the efforts of the Batman, the stolen items were returned.
Not all of them. See what she was really after.
Allegations that Dent may have actually been involved in the break-in. Talk about dirty politics. Does Hill's campaign really think these accusations hold any water with the voters? Or will it be
Okay.
perceived as a desperate
Codex.
attempt from a flailing campaign to take down one of Gotham's most promising young politicians?
Founders of Wayne Enterprises, Thomas and Martha Wayne, deceased. My parents. Dad was a physician, Mom was a philanthropist. They worked tirelessly to help the less fortunate, setting up numerous charities and expanding their vast resources to improve the city and its citizens. Murdered in an attempted robbery by a man known as Joe Chill, deceased. Oh. Alfred Pennyworth, Wayne family butler, faithful, patient, ever helpful Alfred. He's been a part of the family my whole life. He'd raised me when my parents were murdered and guided me when I thought I was lost. He's my butler, my confidant, and the most secret and the most secret weapon in my arsenal. He complains frequently about my nightly activities, but he's still there to patch me up when I need it. Harvey Dent, Gotham City District Attorney, mayoral candidate, a new friend and the best district attorney Gotham City has seen in years. His political ambitions have always been as big as his ego, and now he's hoping to become mayor. He's got so many great ideas for how to save the city. I think he'll be good for Gotham, but I have to steer him down the right path to get there. He's too easily swayed by anyone with power, regardless of their murky morality. Hamilton Hill, Mayor of Gotham City. Exhibit A in What's Wrong with This City. Hill should have been thrown out of office years ago, but he's got his hands wrapped around Gotham's government in a death grip. He's been suspected of numerous crimes, but it's never been enough to make any of it stick. He's rotten to the core, and one day this city will realize it. Harvey's out there doing his best, and hopefully this upcoming election will be the end of Hill's corrupt administration. Cat burglar. Crimes. Burglary. What's wrong with me? Burglary. Petty larceny. It should be burglary. No, not burglary. It's burglary. Yeah. Burglary. Skip it. Whatever. Burglary. New criminal of the scene tied to several recent break-ins. She's effective and doesn't leave many clues behind. Currently, the GCPD has no leads. I wish I knew more about her. Oswald Cobblepot, aka Penguin. I'm not so keen on this version of Penguin because he's supposed to be he's always been depicted portly and looks kind of like a penguin almost, especially with the nose. At least it doesn't have to have flippers like the Tim Burton Penguin, but besides the flipper hands, everything else in Batman Returns, Tim Burton's Batman Returns, is spot on to how the Penguin look, or at least make him look like the animated series in some fashion. He was a childhood friend, but he's almost a stranger to me now. Just like me, his family fell apart here in Gotham. He went off to boarding school in England, and there our paths diverged. He seems to have fallen into a life of crime. The last 2 decades gave him a lengthy rap sheet and a strange nickname, the Penguin. What happened to you, Oz? James Gordon, Lieutenant, GCPD Major Crimes Unit, Associates, Barbara Gordon, daughter. He's a good by the book cop in a department that doesn't trust Batman. He was recently tapped to lead the Major Crimes Task Force. And impressive promotions, so he's doing something right. I think he could be a trustworthy and reliable source of info, but I'll need to cultivate that relationship. He's a family man, so he's not willing to take necessary risk on the street. That's fine. I'll take the risk. Vicky Vale, investigative journalist, Gotham Gazette. One of the Gazette's most ambitious and competent reporters. I've read her stuff. Some of it can be a bit tabloid, but her passion for the truth is undeniable. She's been with the paper for a while, covered all kinds of beats. Someone like her has the kind of access others would kill for. She might even hear more about what's going on in Gotham than I do. One day, I may need to find out what she knows. Carmine Falcone, or Carmine Falcone, depending on which version. Skyline Club owner, head of Falcone crime family. The worst kind of gangster, one who tries to mingle with high society. He seems to have his hands in everything, including smuggling, real estate, bribery, and fraud. I could haul him to jail, but he'll walk away the next day. But he'll walk the next day. I could shut down one operation, but two would pop up in its place. His his entire his empire is vast and multi-layered. Finding hard admissible evidence is required for a conviction. Gotham City, population 10 million. This city is like a living creature. It's always growing outward and upward. The people who live here are survivors. They have to be, and they deserve better than the corruption that infests this place. Arkham Asylum, established November 1921. Gotham City's only maximum security psychiatric hospital. For now. Outdated in every way, building is falling apart, equipment is antiquated, and the staff's methodology leaves much to be desired. When the Thomas and Martha Wayne Memorial Hospital opens, these patients will finally get the treatment they need. Wayne Enterprises, established 1870, multinational corporation founded by my ancestors, covering all manner of manufacturing and finance. I inherited a majority stake from my father, but I'm not involved in the day-to-day operations. However, the R&D resources have been helpful in pursuing my private interests.
Nearly fell off a building for this.
DA Dent presses mayor to decry decried vigilantes. Y'all can pause and read this later. Police lieutenant tapped to lead task force. Wayne Enterprises funds Arkham Asylum replacement.
The police don't have any suspects at the time. 2 more patients have gone missing from Arkham Asylum, bringing the total number of escapees from the half-prison, half-mental hospital to 15 this year. Only 3 have been caught to date. Escapees highlight the problem with a inhumane condition.
Kind of looks like my chair.
Let's find out what was so important. Encrypted.
Wayne Manor has 7 bedrooms, 2 kitchens, a library, a gymnasium, a basketball court, and a movie theater. And yet I always find you here, in a dark, damp cave, in front of a computer.
I'm more at home here than the rest of the house, you know that.
Then we should build an 8th bedroom down here.
Sure, I can see the headlines now. Bruce Wayne, billionaire, entrepreneur, cave dweller.
Quite an eclectic resume. Did you find out what that Catwoman tried to steal?
Well, in the process.
What are we looking at?
Let me try a different angle.
Like him and Tony Stark with these holographic images.
This is a map of the East Side shoreline. But it could mean any number of things. Money, weapons, drugs, everything flows through that port.
Maybe it's where Mayor Hill picks up his dry cleaning.
can't make sense of it yet. There's still plenty of files to decrypt.
And in the meantime, I saved you what I could.
Thanks, Al.
Yeah, the same couldn't be said for the bar. I had to literally pry Mrs. Zellerback away. But you'll be pleased to hear everyone has left, including Mr. Falcone. Before the game switched from billiards to cutthroat. I'd recommend leaving the fistfights to your alter ego. Bloodstains are much harder to remove from a tuxedo.
Yeah, thanks for the interruption.
And it wasn't for you, Bruce. I was worried I might drink all my good scotch. For the record, your father despised men like Falcone, thought they ruined Gotham's stellar reputation.
Back when it still had one?
It can again, Bruce. Though people like this Catwoman aren't helping. Is she new to town?
Never seen her before. Hopefully, she's just a tourist. No, I already checked the codex.
Not much to find, apparently.
A few burglaries, break-ins. Seems to lay pretty low.
You could learn a thing or two from her. You can't step outside without it ending up in the news lately. As Bruce or Batman.
I stay out of sight when I need to.
Define need to.
Whenever Harvey calls. That guy's exhausting.
Well, after the press conference tomorrow, I'll mark your calendar as exhausted then. The media isn't good for anyone's health. I don't mean to beat a dead argument, but...
No one's gonna figure it out now. Trust me.
Miss Vale noticed your injuries, so did Mr. Dent. If they put it together with the incident at the mayor's office, it would undo all the long nights and close calls we've endured to get here. You're in the spotlight more than ever. You have to be careful.
You're right. I should have canceled the event.
But I know how much pressure you're under. I don't mean to add to it.
It's okay. I know you're only looking out for me.
If we make a suit that fits me, we can trade places some night. Though I'm not partial to heights. Old men worry, that's all. It's our gift and our curse. One more worry for the list.
I thought I saw Oz. It's been, what, 20 years? Last time I saw him, we were in grade school.
Indeed. You two were thick as thieves. Oswald, however, took that role more literally than you.
Dishonorable discharge, illegal boxing matches, arms dealing, prison stints?
That's a criminal grand slam, if I'm using the expression correctly.
Unfortunately, you are.
Oswald claimed he only wanted to catch up, but his behavior following his family's collapse is troubling. Why he's returning now, I haven't the faintest idea.
Do you think he might know something about the break-in? This Catwoman shows up around the same time Oswald comes back to town. Might not be a coincidence.
Oswald's crimes, numerous they may be, are on a much smaller scale than robbing City Hall.
Well, he was always trouble growing up, but it's the fun kind of trouble.
You both were. Even though you and young Master Cobblepot used to be close, I'd advise you to be cautious. But I know you can't abandon a good mystery until it's solved.
I'll be careful, Alfred.
When you see what's become of his park, I think you will.
If you ever play the Batman Telltale game, what are your opinions about the depiction of Oswald Cobblepot? Because I was never too keen with the idea of how him looked like. Well, he kind of looks like the dude who played him in the Gotham TV series. Like, probably sort of based that off of, because that TV show was still running at that time.
Where are you, Oz?
And it was like a dumb show after season 1, but it has its moments, and I kept on watching it because I don't know, it was the kind of dumb. That's like, you know, like dumb but interesting. And I kind of wanted to see how it ends and just see how they would manage to wrap this stuff up. But I mean, the Gotham TV show is on Netflix, so you can just binge watch. I think it was 6 seasons. It was amazing how it went on as long as it did on Fox. And by the time they ended it, that's when the whole Fox uh, deal went through with Disney.
Thank you, sir.
Great. There's the statue, but no Oz.
Watch wallet cash. But this goes through you. Hey, you heard him, man. The hell are you waiting for?
You're making a mistake.
You already made one coming here. The next one kills you. And him.
Gentlemen!
Oz?
Keep walking, all right? This don't concern you, twerp.
You see, that's where you're mistaken. My old mate and I have some catching up to do. And you're ruining the marriage! Come here.
He sounds more like John Constantine.
Stay down! This used to be a nice place. No lives like you don't belong. This is my park! Mine! You hear that? Oh, hey Bruce. You've got a little, hair. Good as new. Woo! That was a right little scrap, eh? Nothing kickstarts the system like a dash of adrenaline, eh? Besides, someone needed to deal with the rubber situation here.
You didn't need to take it so far.
Some folks are fine hearing, Bruce. Others don't get the message unless it's beaten into them. It's been what? 2 decades?
And you know what? I haven't been mugged once that entire time.
That wasn't why I brought you here, mate. Right now, I am trying to recognize the little Bruce I used to run around this place with. Back when it wasn't, you know, like this. This park used to mean something. A place that was safe for kids, for families. People came from all over to visit. Oh, Mum and Dad, they put so much work in here.
It's a shame what happened. It was beautiful once.
And now, it's a hellhole. Last thing my parents ever built. This city chews right through people. Mum committed to Arkham. Dad ended it himself, he did. My family's fortune, there's nothing left, Bruce.
I know. Alfred told me.
It's funny, huh? Same place that ground my family to dust. Gave you the good life. Used to run in the same circles we did. Hobnobbing parties, round-the-world vacations, unlimited potential.
My parents are gone too, Oz.
I know, Bruce, I know. I'm sorry for it. But I have my own funerals to attend. Good to know you haven't changed, Bruce. You still care about something more than just yourself. Although, I was surprised to see Carmine Falcone at your party last night. Made himself right at home. That oily...
Falcone was an uninvited guest. That's it. Never want to see his face again.
On that, we can agree in earnest. Falcone made a stack of cash and corpses a mile high, ruining families like mine. All he needs is a little push. And... it'd be a treat to watch him hit pavement. Sorry, mate. This reunion got a lot more grim than I planned. Things are gonna be on the upswing soon, no? A revolution is knocking on Gotham's door, and I'm here to let it in. Which brings me to you, Bruce. You see, you throw a rock in any direction, you break a window that Wayne Enterprises owns. As the rich and powerful go, oh, you top Gotham's list. But when my revolution starts, we're gonna smash windows and cross off names all the way down. Like I said, it's not gonna be pretty. It's gonna be beautiful.
I'm not your enemy, Oz.
That remains to be seen, don't it? I've got great affection for you, Bruce. I really do. Which is why I'm warning you. When this whole thing starts, make sure you're on the right side. Good seeing you, Bruce, but I got some rocks to collect. Cheers.
I should have went around and observed the other areas, like that sign. Because I usually like exploring in my games.
Mr. Wayne, over here, right here.
This way.
Bruce, Bruce!
Morning, Mr. Dent.
Hey, Bruce, you mind if we swap cars? I mean, mine isn't fast and the paint's rusting off, but boy, does she have charm. We didn't bring you all out here to discuss cars, honestly. Now, we're here about Arkham Asylum. Ever since it opened its doors, Arkham has been a breeding ground for the criminally insane. Its methods for rehabilitation, crude. Its security, lacking. And worse still, those who do get out, or God forbid, escape, are even more dangerous than before they went in. Arkham Asylum is a cancer on Gotham. But today, with a sizable contribution from this man here, we break ground on a state-of-the-art mental health care facility. One that will improve the well-being of Gotham and its citizens for years to come. And Mr. Wayne has a few words he'd like to say. Bruce?
My parents loved Gotham. They invested their blood, sweat, and tears in this city. You know, when I was 9 years old, my parents took me to see a movie about a hero in a mask. It was a hero who stood up to oppression and defended the people from injustice, no matter the cost. That night, my parents paid the ultimate cost defending me from a man who needed the kind of help this new facility will provide. With this facility and our next mayor, we create a new face for Gotham.
Today, on the anniversary of that fateful night, we dedicate this facility to Thomas and Martha Wayne and usher in a new era of healing for Gotham.
I'm sure you all have plenty of questions about the new hospital, so let's open it up. You first, Miss Vale.
Thank you. With the opening of this new hospital, what does this mean for Arkham Asylum? What happens to the old building?
We should tear down the walls and erase it from the map. I don't want us lingering on past mistakes. I want us to focus on Gotham's future. All right, who's up next? You there.
Mr. Wayne, Julia Remark of the Tribune. My sources say you welcomed alleged mob boss Carmine Falcone into your home. You and Mr. Dent even spoke with him behind closed doors.
I don't make friends with gangsters. He was an unwelcome guest. That's all. Next question, please.
Please keep your questions on topic, people. We're here about the hospital, remember?
But Mr. Wayne, this morning the Globe received evidence of an offshore bank account managed by Carmine Falcone and your father, Thomas Wayne.
What exactly are you implying?
Transactions connected to organized crime, going back years, and continuing to this day. The paper trail ties your family directly to the mob. Care to comment?
And did anyone else receive this evidence?
The Globe, the Gazette, we all did. Mr. Wayne! Mr. Wayne! Is all your money dirty?
Is the Wayne family legacy built on lies?
Did you know about this, Bruce?
How long has your family been dealing with Falcone?
Could the allegations be true?
What aren't you telling us?
Does the mob sign Wayne Enterprises paychecks?
I think you should check your source. Sounds to me like an intern is finally putting their creative writing minor to good use.
Mr. Wayne! Mr. Wayne!
How long has your family been dealing with Falcone?
Could the allegations be true?
Did you know about this, Bruce?
What aren't you telling us?
I'm sorry about this, Bruce. I don't know where the hell it's coming from. Damage control's my territory. We'll talk later. Everyone, please settle down. I'll be fielding your questions from here on out. Please, let's try to keep this civilized.
Bruce, I've been trying to reach you. The police are inside the manor.
Man, no wonder they call reporters vultures, because, like, they just get on a story and just attack. And it's like, okay, try to keep it civilized. I mean, like, of course, the press need to answer whatever questions they have to get answers for. But, you know, try to keep it civil. Like, don't attack, allow each question to be answered. I believe in the freedom of the press, but don't harp on everything.
Put it back.
I'm afraid we can't, Mr. Wayne.
Says who?
This warrant. It's not personal. I had the boys turn the lights off, keep a low profile.
I understand. You're just doing your job, Lieutenant.
Trying to. It's hard to be a cop in this city. Every battle's uphill, in the rain, with skates on.
Alfred, keep an eye on them. Make sure they only take what they have to.
Of course, sir.
I meant what I said about not personal. We only want files related to Wayne Enterprises. The warrant covers your place, pardon me, places of residence, and any companies you own. Your holdings are extensive. Hate to be the guy doing your taxes.
And what do you expect to find?
That's for our analysts back at the precinct to figure out. I can't comment.
It's a valid warrant. I gotta serve it. Mayor Hill signed off on this himself. As long as he's mayor, he calls the shots.
Well, Hill has a history of making his opposition disappear.
Rumors and allegations, Mr. Wayne, that's all. But if they become fact, I'll handcuff him myself, same as any other crook. I don't know how your neck ended up on Mayor Hill's shopping block, but here we are.
Hill knows if I go down, Harvey's campaign goes down too.
That'd be a real shame. Mr. Dent's the only DA I ever trusted to make a conviction stick. As mayor, I think he can finally turn things around for us. For all our sakes, I pray you've got nothing to hide.
Wow, seriously, dude? See, you shouldn't have to do certain commands like this. Just pick it up. You don't need to do it on command yourself. Like, take the when I took that card from Alfred, I didn't have to be asked to do so.
You don't have to do this.
Bruce. Bruce.
Don't be afraid.
Bruce? I didn't mean to interrupt, but...
It's not a problem, really.
Bruce. First the mayor's office, now Wayne Manor. Gotham continues its streak of break-ins.
Yeah, you're really going for the record, huh?
Listen, Bruce. A scandal surrounding a beloved family like yours captures the public's attention. I can help you get the right kind of attention. Through my connections at the Gazette, I have all kinds of access. I can dig up whatever you need to fight this.
What's your angle?
Not all reporters just want a headline. Some of us are old-fashioned. I still want the truth. The Gazette received this supposed evidence like every other media outlet, and it's all hearsay. Flimsy sources. There isn't a shred of hard proof.
Still, allegations like this, they don't magically appear. Someone is going after my family, after me.
Obviously, the sender didn't identify themselves. We have no idea who it could be. I mean, no one's even done their due diligence on this yet. The press saw the fumble, they grabbed the ball and ran.
Hill wants me out of the picture because with my backing, Harvey wins in a landslide. All signs point to Hill.
You're a kingmaker, Mr. Wayne. And Harvey Dent is Gotham's knight in shining armor just waiting for the crown. You're the first target on Hill's list. By tonight, this scandal will be broadcast to every screen in Gotham. Everyone will be talking about it.
This isn't my first pass through the rumor mill. I know the damage it can do.
Then go on the record. Right here, right now, and stop it. You need to get out ahead of this. Your side is what matters, not wild speculation.
On the record, then.
Whenever you're ready.
The Wayne family has always been a cornerstone of Gotham. We've never had and never will have connections to organized crime.
That's exactly what the people of Gotham need to hear. You're gonna beat this, Bruce. The Waynes always come out on top.
Goodbye, Miss Vale.
I hate to admit it, but everyone smells smoke. A fire is heading this way.
Batman has made plenty of enemies, but my family? We've done nothing but support Gotham, even in its darkest days.
All this on the anniversary of your parents'...
It's not a coincidence. Harvey's the district attorney. He should have told me this was coming.
Then find out why he didn't.
I mean, a lot of people enjoy this game, mostly because it actually really put the detective stuff into Batman more so than any other Batman game. I mean, I love the Arkham games, but they didn't utilize his detective stuff to its fullest
Warrant?
capabilities.
What the hell's going on? Wait, does this have to do with what the reporters were talking about this morning?
Yeah, someone's coming after me.
Let's avoid making another scene, shall we? The press is already up my ass as it is. Mayor Hill authorized this?
Yeah, then the cops raid my house, taking everything related to Wayne Enterprises. Computers, hard drives, files.
Oh, son of a bitch.
You're the goddamn DA, Harvey.
I didn't know about this. I swear. Hill totally blindsided me on this one. God damn it.
Okay, I believe you, Harvey. Mayor Hill's trying to screw us both over with this move.
And then he's made 2 enemies. I just don't get it. Why would Hill stick his neck out over this? Just to tangle you up in some frivolous investigation? It just doesn't make sense. I mean, what could he possibly hope to accomplish other than a few cheap headlines?
That is exactly what I intend to find out.
Easy, Bruce. Oh, God, what a mess. Bruce, I wish I could just make this go away, but I'm not sure if I can. If I get in the way of this investigation, Hill would be able to spin it as a conflict of interest. And that wouldn't be good for either of us. It would jeopardize the entire campaign.
You should probably distance yourself from me.
What? No, I can't do that.
Well, you may have to.
Don't say that. You...
There you are.
Hey, you?
Sorry, I got a habit of being late.
No, just glad you made it.
You didn't tell me you were bringing a friend to dinner.
This is Selina.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Just election nonsense.
I'm Bruce Wayne.
So you are.
Pleasure to meet you, Miss...
Kyle. It's a strong grip you've got there. Don't worry. I'm not gonna fall.
Oh, right, sorry.
Selina's new to town. I've been showing her around Gotham, introducing her to people.
You're an excellent tour guide, Harv.
Well, if I lose the election, I guess I can drive one of those double-decker tour buses around town.
So, Miss Kyle, what brings you to Gotham?
Business.
Let's just hope she stays after what happened last night.
I was mugged. I'm just angry I let that masked freak get away with all my stuff.
I still can't believe I let you walk home alone. I should have called you a car.
Well, that's terrible. Did they catch the guy?
Not yet. But if they don't, I will.
It's probably long gone by now. Whatever that idiot took.
I hope not. These were important materials.
Oh, sensitive?
Very. I don't know how I'm gonna explain this to my client. When things like this happen in my line of work, people tend to overreact.
So, what do you do for a living?
It's complicated. High risk, high reward.
Ah, stock market, huh?
Something like that. At least I'm not the only one who's taken a beating. That press conference? Oof.
We've got it under control.
Do you?
I'll handle it. Someone at my office has to know what's going on. Excuse me a moment. Hey, it's Harvey.
Let's cut the bullshit.
Nice to meet the real you.
Likewise.
This explains a lot, actually. How you can afford the fancy armor, the toys. Wouldn't Harvey be surprised? Not to mention, everyone in this cafe.
Sorry about the black eye.
It's not the first time a man's hit me.
Sorry to hear that.
Don't worry. I'm not gonna expose you. Yet. I'm curious about something, though. I do what I do for money, but you're... Bruce Wayne. What's your excuse? I have to. But you...
I think you know enough already. The rest is my secret.
And here I was thinking we were starting to get somewhere. How disappointing. You have something that belongs to me. I want it back. This is awkward for me. I'm used to robbing people, not the one being robbed.
Who hired you to break into the mayor's office?
My clients prefer to remain confidential. They don't know who I am, I don't know who they are.
But you know who I am.
These people I'm working for, they don't screw around. If I fail to deliver that drive, it's gonna cost a lot more than money.
Well, looks like you've made your bed.
No, we've made this bed, and I'm not gonna lie in it alone. You owe me. If they don't get what they want, there will be consequences.
All right, you want my help? You got it. What can I do?
You can give me back the drive.
Not possible.
Listen, I don't have a lot of time. My employer is expecting me to drop it off.
Where?
Just give it back.
The address, now.
No, give me the drive.
You're just going to have to trust me.
I don't do trust. I guess I'm screwed either way. My contact, he'll be expecting a cat, not a bat.
When are you supposed to meet him?
15 minutes ago. Better hurry.
Everything okay here?
You tell me.
I have my people working on it. We're gonna straighten everything out.
I feel better already. Sorry, but I've got to run.
So soon? Aren't you gonna stay for a drink?
Yeah, Bruce. Stay for a drink?
I'd love to, but I've got another appointment and I really don't want to be late for it.
Oh, all right then. Don't forget to change into your suit.
Gotham Docks. Don't screw it up. Can you imagine Batman training you? Probably the most grueling training regimen ever designed. But you'll turn out to be jacked to all hell. Probably can beat up 12 guys by
I'm
yourself.
at the warehouse. No sign of Catwoman's contact. It's quiet.
The sound of an ambush. Stay on guard.
It's quiet. Too quiet. Ugh.
This wasn't a handoff. It was a massacre.
How many?
I'd have to count the pieces.
Oh, good lord. Who could have done such a thing?
That's what I'm gonna find out.
Gordon, Eastside Docks, Warehouse 133.
Is this kind of like Batman Year 1 in a way, or Year 2? I think it should be more like Year 2, I guess.
Analyzing. It's a volatile chemical. Potential psychoactive nerve agent. Vile stuff.
Be very, very careful with that. Who knows what effect it may have?
Have the computer catalog the compound for further analysis.
As you wish.
Nothing left to bury. Whatever exploded did so with enough force to obliterate the person standing next to it. But the chemicals themselves were inert, not explosive.
Well, it appears to have made a pretty big boom.
I'll see what I can piece back together. I've seen these outfits before. Same mercs that broke into City Hall. The canister exploded, sending shrapnel right through the container door.
For once, I'm glad you arrived after the heist. Your armor wouldn't have protected you against that.
Looks like a bullet started this.
A normal bullet couldn't have caused that explosion.
Doesn't appear normal. The point of entry's melted. The scrap of metal is from the exploded canister. But I need to know what caused the explosion. Canisters were stored here. Canisters of what?
I'm not stepping in some dude's intestines.
Something was here when the explosion occurred. It's a cop. The force grows thinner every day. White Rose. Falcone's calling card.
He's been busy as of late.
Send the drones hunting. I want to know his every move.
Good thinking, sir.
No.
That bad?
Face slashed. Throat torn open.
So, not natural causes then.
Skyline Club. This man's been badly burned, but the damage seems to originate from inside his skull. What did this? Sensors say it's an incendiary round. Phosphorus residue. This could have superheated the contents of the canister,
Causing the aforementioned boom.
blood, broken nails, bits of human flesh. A cop shredded this merc to pieces, barehanded.
God, what would someone to do that.
The nerve agent could make them psychotic.
Set up a crime scene. Just look. Just break link.
Someone drove off after the explosion.
There we go.
Find a connection.
The bullet that killed the cop is the same type that blew up the canister.
I'm sure they didn't find that at a local gun store.
It appears military.
Have you put it together?
Yes.
Those are probably my favorite parts of this game. The whole detective stuff.
This is a message. Dead cops, stolen chemicals. He's making a big move. One of his snipers hit a canister with an incendiary bullet, causing it to superheat and explode. This may have been a distraction or a way of destroying evidence. Cops moved in to stop the theft. Falcone's men gunned them down. Then things turned grim. Possibly due to the psychoactive nerve agent. A cop ripped up a merc's face with his bare hands. And was put down. Same sniper, same type of bullet. Looks like Falcone's men got what they wanted and escaped.
Have you located the shooter?
No, but based on two impact trajectories, the canister and the dead cop, the shooter could only have a clear shot from there, or there, and would have contaminated himself with the phosphorus residue. Program the skimmers to pick up that signature.
Right away, sir.
Bat drone. It's crazy how it's not looking like a bat in some fashion.
It could have been shot from here, but no phosphorus trace. calls for a spike. Clear vantage point. We have a winner. This is the right spot. So where did he go? Killing time. Trace stops here.
Then he should be nearby.
Found him.
Time to go to work. My turn. Don't make me add your corpse to this graveyard. Falcone, why did he do this?
I ain't telling you nothing. You can't make me talk. I ain't telling you, Jack. You trying to scare a confession out of me? I won't break.
Your bones will.
It's true what they said about you. You're a freaking animal.
Whatever it takes to make you talk. You know you can bleed to death without ever spilling a drop. All on the inside. Tell me the plan, or I start swinging.
Where are the other drugs going?
Tell me.
The Catwoman was supposed to hand over a drive. Had the container number we needed, but she flaked. So we had to find it ourselves. Container by container. Someone must have heard us. Called the cops. We were told no witnesses.
Why risk open war with the GCPD?
Some kind of chemicals. Falcone wanted them.
What are the chemicals for?
We were paid to steal them, not ask questions.
I start here and keep breaking until you answer.
The chemicals! There's some kind of explosive! A weapon! I don't know! Falcone said he'd use them soon!
Used where?
That's all I know! I swear! I swear! I told you everything I know! You're an...
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ. These are cops. Get an ambulance in here!
I think I need to call the coroner instead. Hey! Freeze! Don't move!
Stand down, Montoya.
No. Thank God. He was about to kill me.
You want to tell me what the hell this is all about?
I told you he was about to kill me. What are you waiting for?
Good to see you too, Gordon.
You know each other?
Falcone stole a shipment of chemicals. Appears to be a weaponized nerve agent. Causes people to go berserk, turn violent. We need to act before he releases it.
I got a task force on it.
You already have one.
You're taking this too far, Bruce.
I think we're nearing the end of the episode.
You assume the persona of a bat, but you're not an animal. You beat that man half to death. Your parents didn't raise you this way. And neither did I.
He's still alive, isn't he?
And in the hospital. Next time, it might be the morgue. especially now during this preposterous attack on your family. You must show the world the true nature of a Wayne.
Giving everything to the city and then being murdered for it?
My thoughts exactly. Every time you leave this cave. You're a good man, Bruce. Good. Just like your parents. Don't lose that. I don't mean to be a doddering old fool on the subject, but as a friend, the burden of advice falls on me.
Trust me, I won't lose my way.
It's quite understandable to stray from the path now and again, so long as you can find your way back. You bury the person, Bruce, but you never bury the memory.
Sometimes I wish I could. That night, that alleyway, it made me who I am. I can't get it out of my head.
That is your gift and your curse. Being Batman can allow you to turn back the tide of treachery that's reached this city's shores, or drown you in its sorrow. When you doubt your fate, remember why you started all this. Remember that boy in the alley.
I won't forget.
Neither will I.
Why would he tear up the tickets? That wouldn't make any
Back
sense.
into the fray again.
Well, looks like that egg finally cracked. And inside, Mayor Hill was hiding more than I could have imagined. This is a complete manifest of Carmine Falcone's criminal organization.
What in the world was Hill doing with all this? Illegal arms dealing, drug running, mob hits, money laundering? Falcone's been involved in everything.
You see Dad's name on any of these documents?
I'll run a search, but so far I don't.
This is it, Alfred. With this proof, we can finally knock out Falcone's organization.
Where would we possibly begin to dismantle it?
This is a police matter.
There's only one cop we can trust to handle this evidence correctly.
Lieutenant Gordon. He could mobilize the entire police force against Falcone.
What about that reporter from the Gazette?
Vicky.
Yes, Miss Vale. She could release this evidence through proper channels. I suppose it comes down to who you want to help most. Or who you think could do the most good.
Go to Gordon, obviously.
The cops are on the front lines of this war. Gordon needs this more than anyone.
A wise decision, sir. We'll attack Falcone on two fronts tonight. Gordon through the police, and Batman...
by any means necessary. Whatever Falcone is planning, it ends tonight.
He's a spider, Bruce. Eyes everywhere. A dense web of goons poised to trap you. No one has ever managed to bring him down.
I haven't tried yet.
You know, I should have gotten a DLC for Batman Arkham Origins, but during that training period of his life, you usually don't get that kind of stuff in stories or games.
This is a silver bullet, and it's gonna put Falcone down once and for all. I don't even want to know where you got this.
No, you don't.
Still, I gotta know one thing. Why give this to me? Don't get me wrong. I appreciate the hell out of this.
I heard you were the last honest man on the force.
No need to blow smoke. I got enough cancer coming my way as it is. But thank you. Honestly. Knowing this evidence can lock up Falcone. I'll sleep like a goddamn baby. For once.
I kind of like Gordon in the
As
Harley
much as I
Quinn
appreciate
TV
you
show.
calling me here, I gotta make one thing crystal. I can't be bought. So you should know this isn't gonna change a thing about the investigation of your family. The Waynes always supported the Gotham police. So I like to believe there's no cloaks or daggers hidden in your closet.
There are no strings attached. I just want Falcone gone.
You and me both. I'm tired of staring at his mugshot.
You know, Gotham got him all beaten all to hell in Harley Quinn's show.
Haven't been home yet. Sometimes I think this whole city's a crime scene. We're just walking through it.
What you're holding will make walking it much safer.
Thanks, Bruce.
Well, Lieutenant?
Hey, stick to Jim.
Like he plays a drunk in the Harley Quinn TV show.
Good. So is our hunt.
It's hilarious.
The drones located Falcone downtown, a place called the Skyline Club. Though you're not dressed for that kind of party.
Well, I can always change in the car.
Cool, convenient, but if it gets dented or cracked or something in just the right way and you try to change back, it's probably gonna make it a little bit more obvious that, you know, well, I'm not sure how obvious, but if people put two and two together, it's like, okay, there's a big gash on the Batmobile, then you change back and, well, I guess you can easily get it fixed, you know, by Lucius Fox, but it's just something that I always find odd, that his same car he drives is also the Batmobile, but just transformed.
The drone's cameras and scanning tech are fully functional.
All right. Let's find Falcone. Good point of entry.
Tell me another.
What's the difference between the Mafia and City Council?
I don't know. Aren't they the same thing?
Only one of them is organized.
Ooh, you're cute.
So, you alone?
Not anymore, I'm not.
Weak pickup line.
Around? Yeah, no broken bones. Still healing from the last time I bet. All it took was a couple of C notes this time. Nice and easy. Nice and easy, my ass. I know you burned powder tonight. The whole city can smell it.
Nothing here.
The white rose. Falcone's symbol.
A red rose after tonight.
Where's Nikki? In lockup. Again? Christ, Kimmy. What did they pinch him for now? Some hit down at the docks. Nikki? No. I didn't think he was a hatchet man. You and me both. Well, does he got an alibi? Honey, I'm always his alibi.
Cameras.
The entire floor is under surveillance. You'll be detected as soon as you enter.
No time for subtlety.
Just making sure there ain't nothing else I missed out here.
That's the most heavily guarded door in the building.
Gotta be Falcone's hideout.
Well, it won't be as easy as ringing the doorbell.
4 armed guards. Stealth not an option. I'll put together a plan of attack. Stand by. Couple of options for taking this guy down.
Wow. This is gonna be so awesome. Can zoom in.
This one might be tricky. Any ideas?
I've got it covered, Al.
Balcony.
Bruce, have you formulated your plan of attack?
I'm going in.
Very good, sir. Your turn to crash his party.
He crushed his skull, definitely. Missed that one.
Goddamn circus freak! Show yourself! You got no goddamn right to be here! I want God. The hell? How about this one? You can't sneak up on me.
EMP armed.
Yeah. You think that's gonna work? I'm gonna light up this bullshit. Get your goddamn hands off of my suit!
Stay down, Falcone. We can end this now.
You got a lot to learn, kid.
Explosives armed. Fire when ready.
Can you imagine like a Superman Telltale series? Or Black Panther?
Answers, now! Or you fall.
You wouldn't. All right.
The chemicals. Where are they?
What?
I found your calling card at the docks. The White Rose.
You think I wanted to lead you here? Yeah, something reeks about this whole thing. And it is a dead bat.
Still want to play games?
We're all being played here, including you. Those chemicals you're so riled up about, they're mine, all right? But someone is trying to cut me out of the deal because I did not make that mess at the docks.
Then who did?
No, we're done. Gotham's watching now. Go ahead. Give him a show. I'll be walking free by tomorrow. Oh, wait. Christ almighty.
Spill it, Falcone, while you still can.
It's the Waynes. They're behind all this.
What do you mean?
You want to save this city? Well, the Waynes are the biggest gangsters in Gotham.
Thanks for the assist. Now we only have to take one of you down. Open fire!
I thought I was gonna play this in December or something, but I feel like I can get through season 1 and 2 of Batman Telltale series before the new systems start coming out.
Could reportedly be seen from street level. Tonight, the Skyline Club, a high-rise mafia hangout in downtown Gotham, was the arena for a clash between the notorious Batman and alleged mob boss Carmine Falcone, who was found dangling over a 50-story drop. Bet Falcone loved that view. Though I'd say the crime boss getting his is well overdue, Falcone has slipped through the law's grasp for years. But after this dramatic arrest and evidence released by the GCPD's Lieutenant Gordon, Falcone's going away for a long, long time. And speaking of newly uncovered criminal dealings, this brings me to the story everyone is talking about. The Wayne family. For generations, the big W on the Wayne Enterprises tower was a reassuring sight. You knew that there was something pure at the heart of Gotham. That this city, for all its faults, was built by good people. But with Thomas and Martha's shining reputation called into question, we no longer have such assurances. And even worse, it seems the apple hasn't fallen far from the tree. Gotham's greatest son, Bruce Wayne, seen here in the company of gangsters, may be just as crooked as his parents. In his defense, Wayne fired back saying,
"The Wayne family has always been a cornerstone of Gotham. We've never had and never will have connections to organized crime."
In a world where the Waynes, our golden family, are corrupt, who are we left with? Who can Gothamites look up to? The supposed hero Batman? Only time will tell. Meanwhile, we'll keep digging for the truth. But the prominent feeling throughout Gotham is that the Waynes' time in the sun is ending.
The suit, the car, this entire cave.
Master Bruce?
Everything I built. I created all of this because I didn't want any more innocent people to die. If Falcone's telling the truth about my parents, then what the hell did we do this for?
Bruce,
What have you been hiding from me? Alfred!
And that was episode 1, Realm of Shadows. Okay, I'm in agreement for. Wow, that was close. Gave Gordon the report. Show restraint. Well, why would you wound him like that with a metal rod? So yeah, I'm in the majority of people who, you know, deep down, these kind of things that shows like these Telltale scores here that you see at the end of every episode shows deep down that, or at least could show deep down, people are decent and would do the right thing, you know, at the end of the day, which kind of is somewhat reassuring, you know?
When your parents died, they left me as caretaker of their estate, their son, and their secrets. I would never betray them. Your parents were good people, Bruce. No matter what that thug Falcone told you.
Then swear to me there's no truth to it.
The evidence you brought me on Falcone held up. Maybe I misjudged you.
Now Batman's beating up mobsters too. Wonder who he's after next.
Hell of a view.
Bruce, the Wayne name is toxic. I have to do what's best for my campaign, what's best for Gotham. I have to distance myself.
I will find the truth. Along with anyone who stands in my way.
Yeah, and this is around the time of DC Rebirth was coming out, which I love the DC Rebirth storylines. And it should have been like the that should have been the status quo a lot longer than it was, because since DC Rebirth, we already gone through at least 3 different crises, all in the span of a few years since 2016. And it's like, me personally, when it comes to comics and reboots or major events that causes like a change in the status quo, like New 52 is like a different thing. It was like a horrible comic run. Like, nobody enjoyed New 52 overall. But since the DC Rebirth, it was checking out some good stories and not ignoring what happened in New 52, but bringing back everything to what people liked in prior to the New 52. And it's like, okay, like since like DC Rebirth, have us live in that for a solid decade at least before some new big event comes to change into a different status quo. I mean, they already had like DC's Metal, now currently on Death Metal. They already had Heroes in Crisis. They had at least one more other thing, I just can't remember. But it's like, if they just had like the DC Metal stuff going on, make Death Metal Part 2, then that would be different. Because it's not changing the status quo to like a new 52 afterwards. But it's like, because they on this whole 5G plan kind of crap. I don't know sure what it is. It sounds like a new cell phone. That's a stupid name in my opinion. But no more like constant. This goes for Marvel too. No more constant, change the status quo or new this or that after we just had a different crisis or a new event. It's like, let the stuff breathe for a while. Like, new status quo change, major event kind of deal, whatever. Do it, and then after the event ends, let's live in that for a good decade. Have Aquaman has his stories and his own little thing to go through. It's his own adventures. Batman his own adventures. A couple of crossovers. Superman his own adventures. Same thing goes for Marvel. After the whole Avengers No Surrender, they had like War of the Realms with Thor, and bringing all these superheroes all to this big major war between other Norse mythology realms. And it's like, okay. And then they just finished with like Empire, with Marvel Empire, which is not very good. And it's like, okay, you just had 3 in the span of a 2-year period. One's enough, maybe 2. Like in a 10-year span, have maybe 2 events. And then let everybody breathe and live in their own little adventures with here and there crossovers with like a villain or something like that. Like Spider-Man and his own adventures. Then have him, have his little adventure with a Thor tie-in crossover kind of thing. And then do his own little thing. And then Black Panther, his own little adventures. And have him do a thing with Deadpool one. Like, just let this stuff breathe. And it's like the companies or publishers thinking like we're going to forget these characters if they don't keep chucking out major events. I was like, let the stuff breathe for a minute. This is my opinion. But that's it for today's stream. We'll be back this Friday with more Batman Telltale series, episode 2, Children of Arkham. I won't be doing any Overwatch this weekend. I'll give that a break. I want to put in 2 videos for Killer Instinct for Omen. And then I'll probably go on to play a more Fairy Tale. But thank you all for joining me. I will have a lot of videos I'll have a lot of videos post up on my YouTube channel. So in case you're watching this in the future on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff to Talkative Carl on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Tell your friends, family, whomever, acquaintances, and hope you all are enjoying the content that I'm providing lately. I saw the new commenters and new subscribers. You guys are amazing, and be safe out there, and hope all goes well after the whole election thing. That's, don't go crazy, you guys, okay? Vote, and then go home and be safe, and don't get all crazy, okay? I already put my vote in for Biden. I'm good, but just be safe, okay? And I will see y'all next time for more Batman and other great content. See you later, everybody.